Today is the Molse 60, where contestants can walk several routes, and because the Bailey Bridge is nearby, the organization invited us as a reenactment group to sort of guard the bridge. Because we had to be there at 5 AM this morning, I'll show you the footage I shot earlier today after this intro. I hope you enjoy it.
The start of the walk starts at 5 AM, and while the participants are already lining up, the citroën U23 truck leaves for the Bailey Bridge with the material from our checkpoint. And after a few minutes, also we, the two motorbikes, leave for the bridge, which is not so far from here at the youth center, De Maat. When we arrive, everyone is already setting up our checkpoint, located on the island between two bridges. Here's an overview of our setup by daylight. An MG42 is mounted on a lafette, placed on the bridge, protected by a wall of sandbags. The truck and motorcycles are positioned in such a way that they are ready to leave immediately in case of an emergency. Also, a guardhouse is set up to carry out any paperwork checks in peace and quiet. And here are some facts. This type of bridge is designed by the British Donald Coleman Bailey, who worked as a civilian for the British Ministry of Defence. He built models of bridges as a hobby. The segments of the bridge are designed to be installed without special tools and without a crane. The segments are light enough to be lifted by a number of people, and also designed with sufficient tolerance so that parts made in different factories are interchangeable. And this double bridge, in almost original condition, was constructed at the end of the Second World War as an emergency bridge for 2 years, after the original bridge was blown up by Belgian engineers in May 1940. And here at the end of the bridge is a memorial to commemorate the victims of the plane crash of the Lancaster ND715 on April 23, 1944. The crew consisted of James Harvey, the pilot, Robert P.D. Smith, flight engineer, Frederick Williams Barnett, navigator, Douglas Francis Malion, bomb aimer, Clifford Henry Thompson, radio operator, William Harbour, mid-upper gunner, and Rex Valentine Donowa, rear gunner. On April 22, 1944, RAF Lancaster ND715 of the 12th Squadron took off from its base at the RAF Wickenby at approximately 10:65 p.m. for bombing industrial complexes in Düsseldorf. Lancaster ND715 was shot down on April 23, 1944 during an air battle. All occupants lost their lives in this crash and are buried at the Schoonselhof Cemetery in Antwerp. Because the bridge will reopen to traffic at 8 a.m., it's time to dismantle or display, load everything in the truck and leave for the youth center De Maat. But now, let's go back in time. Visitors and hikers are expected there all day long to walk the shorter available routes. That's why we'll also set up a small display at the entrance. The current youth center, De Maat, consists of the former outbuildings of the castle that was built here in 1910 by Baron Stanislas van Eetvelde and came into the hands of Molse in 1938. During the German occupation, the castle was used as a location for the voluntary labor service for Flanders. The youngsters underwent drill and took lessons. The heavy manual labor and the strict regime made them fit and proud young people with hard social nationalist ideals. The castle was blown up by the German troops during the retreat in 1944 and reduced to ruins. After the war, quite a lot of building material was stolen and the ruins were eventually demolished. I would like to thank the organization of the Molse 60 for the good care and food, of course, and also for the accommodation due to the bad weather on Friday. It was also a unique experience to occupy the Double Bailey Bridge. I hope you enjoyed the video. Stay tuned for more. Bis nächste Mal. Tschüss. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe and hit the bell button.